30.
20.
10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ignition sequence start.
This is just the beginning.
Are you ready?
Here comes the best part.
1, 2, 3,
Go.
Life Matters, a 5-time winner of the best morning show in Wisconsin. Hosted by Nancy Douglas and Tom Giovanoni.
All of you, get ready.
Life Matters begins on Lake 96.1.
I don't even know where to start.
Probably at the beginning.
We were talking about it.
Usually it's the best
I'm like,
way.
I don't know. Where do you want to start? I don't know.
There was a song about that.
Yeah.
Starting at the beginning.
What was it?
I don't know. It's Nursery Rhyme.
Oh. Humpty
No,
Dumpty
it was
fell off the
Humpty
wall.
Dumpty. Yeah, he cracked me up. Or he cracked him up.
Very good.
Sunday morning.
Very good.
I'm
Hey,
wide
welcome
awake.
to Life Matters. Guess what? We're on Spotify now.
Cool.
If you missed the show or part of it, you can always go to Spotify on Monday morning, first thing Monday morning, and it will appear there, as well as the Design Coach. He's on Spotify too.
Oh, cool.
Yep. We got a lot of things. We're starting to populate our podcasting.
Say that again really fast.
We're populating our podcasting.
I can do it
I'm a
slow.
professional talker
I guess you are.
for the day.
For the day.
For the day. That's right. So what have you been up to? How's your rooster trafficking or your chicken trafficking
Well,
operation
roosters are
going?
long gone. Chickens are doing good.
Yeah?
They're happy. You know, they hang with Amy.
Are they
They're having fun.
just hang out? Are they producing yet?
No, I keep asking them, where's my eggs?
I feel like I'm going to get an egg, so I just ask.
Yeah,
I
well,
just want to try one.
Once
you don't
it
have to.
starts, I'm sure we'll be fine. But they're just not mature enough yet, so
Okay.
it's coming around.
Okay.
Well, things are good. Fall's coming. We're
Fall
working
at your
on
house
stuff.
is beautiful too because
Yeah.
you're just surrounded by beautiful
Colors are
trees and
starting
colors.
a little bit.
Well, it's late because we've had this late summer.
Yeah.
Which I know you're very unhappy about because you get to ride your motorcycle more.
Yeah, well, I'm trying really hard to wear it out.
Yeah. That's all
Yeah,
right.
in fact, I got to ride
what they're
today.
for.
As soon as we're done, I got to fly over to Walworth and meet up with Dan Gerlitz and Dale Madison. And
What?
it's a slimy crud run today.
Oh, the slimy clud run.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You're excused then. Because next
well, no,
weekend-
we'll be done. I'll be gone.
No. I mean, you're excused to go ride after and not participate in anything locally.
That's funny.
But next
Because you know one thing I've
weekend-
never asked in my life?
Permission to ride your motorcycle?
That's right.
I was just kidding.
I know you were. I was just going to have fun with it. I thought maybe
Yeah.
we could go somewhere.
Actually, I just thought about, yikes, maybe I shouldn't have told him. So how's the grandkids? How is
Everyone's good.
Jackson?
Jackson
Jackson's
is
social calendar
good.
does not dictate any longer for him to come in here.
No,
He's a very
it's
busy
really
boy.
hard to get them. They had their
Yeah.
first loss last week.
No.
Trying to, yeah, by one score.
I mean, the game.
But they played a really good team.
The game that I went to, they won like 600-2.
Yeah, that was against. Oh, I can't remember the name.
I
of
don't
that team.
either. But it was fun.
It was
It's
a
fun.
riot. But he had another big game.
Good.
You know, he's really doing well at defensive
Yeah.
end. So
Well, he had a sack or two when I was there.
yeah,
that
he had.
game.
I think if I remember correctly, he had 3 sacks and
3? Oh,
broke up
wow.
several plays.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's all over the field.
Well, he's so tall. Like he all of a sudden got so tall.
Well, everyone says
So-
he's too little to play football.
No, he's
They
not.
Go watch a game. He's one of the biggest guys out there.
Well, that and he's fast.
Yeah.
He's like fast.
Yep. And he's starting to really understand the game.
Right.
He didn't grow up into sports.
No.
You know, he could care
Right,
less. This is
right.
all like in the last year he got into, we were playing catch.
Yeah.
He wanted to learn how to catch, how to throw and catch. And we started doing that. And then soccer and then football. Every time I see him, I'm throwing a football for him.
Right.
A lot of pride in that. He's done amazing.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not all on his own, but it was his goal, it was his desire, and kids
Hopefully he'll
got
stay with
dedication. Yeah,
Hopefully he'll stay. Because what else?
he will.
What other sport does he like? Soccer. Did he like soccer?
Yes, he likes soccer.
I know
He
he
really
really
wants
likes
to play
football.
baseball.
Oh, okay.
So
Man, he'd be a good first baseman.
yeah, stretch out. If he follows suit with the family, he'll be really good at football and mediocre at everything else.
Oh, okay.
I was okay at basketball. I was never really good at baseball.
I was a
Football was
softball
definitely my
person.
sport.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't
And
play
my-
ball in school. I played softball elsewhere because my dad knew everybody. You know, like
Yeah.
it was the big whatever. And
Well-
so all those guys coached all different teams, and they were all buddies, and we were all on the teams. But we went places, like we won, like we were good, but that's the only sport I ever played.
Well, my mom had two brothers. Actually, she had four, but two that were very athletic.
Mm-hmm.
Her oldest brother played on the '63 Rose Bowl team for Madison.
Wow.
Yep.
Nice.
And he played for the Marine Corps football team. This was a few years ago, though.
Just a couple of years ago.
Yeah, very, very athletic. And her youngest brother was really good, too. He had a scholarship for quarterback. But, yeah, excellent football players. But football was like the family jam. So,
Okay. Well,
so
he's
hopefully it
following
passes
in the
on
family
to
footsteps,
Yeah,
though.
hopefully it passes on to him.
I know that you were concerned about this, but Cracker Barrel dumped their consulting firm after all of the backlash from the logo issue. I know you were concerned.
I've been thinking about that. This is kind of funny. But I think, wouldn't it be funny if this was all just a big publicity ploy about changing that to bring a lot of attention to Cracker Barrel? Because I heard they're a lot busier now than they used to be because more people are hearing about and looking into Cracker Barrel.
I don't know. I think that part of it, they did experience a downturn in attendance there for a little bit, though, after the whole logo shaming.
Right, because crybabies were mad.
Right, because who cares about the logo? It's a picture. It's not the food. They didn't change the
As long
food.
as the food's good.
But
And the store is full.
Well, but what people said was that it was drab and soulless. That's what it says. The critics called the new decor drab and soulless.
Well, drab I get, soulless I don't know how you gauge that.
I don't know. But they did experience definitely some loss of sales over the whole taking. Somebody said you took the white guy and the barrel out of Cracker Barrel. Like, think that through.
There's a joke there.
Think that through. Right? Like, I'm not going to say it. But
You don't have to. You just
But y'all know what I'm talking about,
Right.
Right? And so, which again, I don't know why anybody gave a crap, but whatever. It's a picture on the outside of a building.
Maybe they were the same
Whatever.
ones that changed the to the Pearl
The
Mining
syrup,
Company.
right? The syrup and
God.
right? No
Poor
more,
Uncle
no
Ben.
more Aunt Jemima, no more Uncle Ben.
Don't forget about the Eskimo pie.
God forbid.
Oh my God.
Oh right. God forbid that we celebrate the people who deserve it in their companies.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, Aunt Jemima, who was like the first black woman business person on the planet.
Yeah.
Like, geez, people, you're
Yeah.
barking up the wrong trees. Anyway, I think some of that's probably going away.
Stupid.
Some of that's probably going away, but probably, I don't know, maybe not. I don't
Who
know.
knows?
I just don't know why it matters.
It doesn't.
It just doesn't
It's just
matter.
somebody that's got no direction in life, and they decide they want to be offended by something, so they think of something.
Right. Yeah, so they're blaming their consulting company. Their consulting company was named Profit. So
I guess there wasn't any there.
yeah, it didn't really work out for them. The government shut down last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Somebody finally introduced a bill that makes it so that the legislators don't get paid when the government shuts down either. Not sure if
They're
where
not
that
working.
went.
Why should they?
Right. Well, I mean, far be it from me to point out common sense. But I'm thinking if our military is holding their pay, and some of these other people who they end up getting paid, it's just
Delayed.
I don't know why our people who aren't doing their job, our congressmen, our senators, our representatives, are not losing their pay over it. And I don't even think they should be paid back. I think they should just get cut. by
Yeah,
that
they
pay.
should. They shouldn't get paid if they're not there. But
Right.
I ask you this question. If Mike Mason and Eric Paulson and I and Aaron, if we didn't just show up for work, would we have a job?
No.
Right. So why do they?
Because we elect them.
It's
Because
still
there's
a
not
job.
a process to fire them.
Well, there should be. It's still a job. If you're not doing your job, we don't need you.
I don't disagree with that.
So they should go.
There should be a different process. Well, there should also
yeah.
be term limits.
Oh, absolutely. Without question. Without question.
Of course, people
If
probably
more
feel that way
pudding is
about
falling
me,
in
too.
your lap than it's going in your mouth, you should not be part of running this country.
Pudding.
It's a visual, isn't it?
Oh my God, it is. And chocolate pudding.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Bad news, super bad news. Super bad news. Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman are getting divorced after almost 20 years of marriage.
So it's really nice today. The weather's supposed to be good.
You don't care about
I
that?
could care less.
Surprised by that.
I'm surprised that they were married 20 years, but I don't care about that either.
I certainly thought you'd be very emotional about this. I am. Only because I'm excited that Keith Urban is now single. So their story is that, he had some problems. He had some alcohol problems, issues, whatever. And she got him turned around and she got him sober and everything. And now they've been married. They have 2 teenage daughters and all of this. But it looks like maybe he found a younger girl.
I thought you were going to tell me he was tired of her drinking.
No, she wasn't. She
okay.
didn't drink.
She fixed him from that and fell in the trap.
Yeah.
Nothing? Okay.
And I mean, he's a good singer. Hey, listen, you want to know something about him?
I like his music.
You want to know something about him? Guitar player.
Yeah.
You know how Prince was never really given the credit for being
He was a
the
hell of a guitar player.
unbelievable guitar
Yes.
player that he was?
He's a great musician. He played every instrument.
Oh my God. But Keith Urban, he is one hell of a guitar player.
Is he?
Yeah. I mean, he's a good singer. Yeah. And he's really cute. Blue eyes. Oh, I'm sorry.
Can't be involved in that conversation.
Did I say that out loud?
What?
Anyway, but
I
it's
heard nothing.
sad. It's sad.
Sure,
Although
it is.
I will say this, I am thinking that if Nicole Kidman maybe would have spent less time under a Botox needle and more time with her husband, and I don't understand why people think they need that so bad, because then it looks horrible.
Like
the girl
age
on
with
Friends.
dignity.
Right. What's the girl on Friends?
Which one?
Rachel. Not
Rachel.
dark hair.
Aniston or Courtney Cox.
Courtney Cox.
Bad
Holy
decisions.
cow.
Yeah.
Man, 10 times worse than you
Yeah.
would have looked had you just used, it's called retinol.
Age gracefully.
Right. Like just more lotion. Less.
Look, have you seen
potion.
Helen Hunt lately?
No.
Oh my God.
Bad.
Horrible.
And she was
Worse
really
than
pretty.
Kenny Rogers.
Oh God.
And it looks like he got a pan face.
Barry Manilow.
Haven't seen him.
Oh.
Horrible.
Like stone face. Yeah. Ladies, you're beautiful. You don't need it. And if your
Yeah.
man doesn't think you're beautiful, get rid of him.
Yeah,
Find
get a
another
different
man.
one.
Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I
I'm just
get there's
saying-
some cosmetic surgeries that need to happen. I don't say they shouldn't happen
Well, of
at all.
course, if you're
But
injured or
come
something
on.
like that. But come on, when you're really pretty, don't
Age naturally.
Don't try and save it. It's not going to work.
No.
And especially when you have this good-looking husband. I mean, I guess maybe that's more pressure, but doesn't matter now because he's gone. He's with another girl.
Well, maybe her lips fell or something.
No, she's still looking pretty good, or not. I mean, she's
No.
still looking put together. Let me say that.
She was very attractive.
Gorgeous.
The filling station did a horrible job on her lips.
Yeah. It's
And
just like in her cheeks somehow, like her face is really long anyway, and it just looks.
You
like,
ever
whoa,
watch
it's
the
weird.
series Lioness?
No.
She's in it. It's a covert ops thing. It's a pretty good show.
Oh yeah. I've heard of this. Yes, I want to watch it.
But Zoe.
That's no.
Never remember the last-
Zeldana.
Yes.
Something like that. Yeah.
Zoe
yeah.
Saldana.
Yeah.
It's a great show. Love it.
Looks good.
She does not. Oh. Yeah, you could
That's a
see
shame.
then that she had way
Starting.
too much lips.
Well, anyway, so Keith Urban is
Single.
up for grabs.
Well, was single.
The moral
Nancy's
to the story,
got him now.
right? Yeah. The moral to the story is Nicole's out. Somebody else is in. It could be you.
Nicole's out.
Stay
Nancy's
tuned.
in.
Right. Anyway, so I think my husband might have something to say about that. But then again,
Well, that's
I
a
don't know.
story for a different show.
Yeah.
Follow
So anyway, we've got 2 people. Don't forget, we have started our extended show. of
I know.
Life
I'm very
Matters.
excited about it.
Alex from the Lake Geneva, the downtown Lake Geneva bid will be here at the end of the show. But she's also going to be here before the show, like coming up. Like, she's next. Because the first thing we have to do is talk about Oktoberfest. And guess who's with her?
I know the answer to that. Scrappy.
It was Scrappy. Anthony from Magpies. They had to stop in earlier in the week while Tom was at the academy teaching. We're going to plug it in right now. And then when we come back, Brian Holt from the United Way. Big story there, too. They kicked off their fall campaign last week, so we're going to talk to him as well. But in the meantime, he's a great time. Anthony and Alex about Oktoberfest. That's next, right here on Life Matters on Lake 96.1.
Life Matters continues on Lake 96.1.
You know how I love events. And you know how I love dogs. And so another event's coming up where I get to be with dogs. Oktoberfest here in Lake Geneva is coming up. Alex Binanti, she is the executive director of the downtown, it's called Downtown Lake Geneva, formerly known as the Bid. Is it because it's kind of formally known that? Is that right? Now it's technically Downtown Lake Geneva?
We're actually two organizations. But yes.
Oh yeah, so we're going to talk about that in your segment at the end of the show. So we'll get more on that later. And then I almost called you Scrappy. Sorry.
It's okay. Everybody does.
Everybody knows that. Anthony from Magpies Den and Pen, and of course Fat Cats and Creekside Jacks. And what else have you bought up lately? Anything else?
Starting a new endeavor soon.
See, look at him tease us. That's not fair. That is so not fair. But we are here to talk about Oktoberfest, which is this coming weekend, coming up.
October 11th and 12th.
The 11th and 12th. And it's changed. It's in a different spot. There's a lot of other things going on. And so, Alex, you're going to catch us up on that. And the reason why I love Oktoberfest and DOSFest and all these is because I always get to do the dog races, which I love the dogs. I want to take all the dogs home. Apparently, I'm not allowed.
That's unfortunate.
I know, isn't it though? Like, the police frown upon it, and so do the owners. I don't know why.
Sure.
So, whatever. But Alex, tell us about Oktoberfest. Everybody's very excited about it.
Yeah, so we're celebrating 30 years.
No way.
Lake Geneva. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And we're going to kick it off with a ribbon cutting and celebration, and probably finish it off with a celebrity pie eating contest.
Nice.
Yes. Including Anthony.
You're eating pie. You're a celebrity now?
I don't know what
That
to
is
call me.
awesome. That is awesome.
It's going to be a very interesting pie eating contest, I feel.
What kind of pie?
All different kinds for us because we're the celebrities, but for everyone else in the crowds, it will be pumpkin pie.
I see.
We got to choose which pies we get to eat.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. But nobody else does. That's awesome. That's
But there's a
perfect.
competitive advantage because a couple of them chose something like apple, and I'm like, that's too thick. And
That's hot. Yeah.
no.
You got to strategize your pie.
I just asked for straight up
interesting.
whipped cream.
He doesn't get that though.
No.
I lost
That's
that battle.
too easy. I bet you did. Now, see, I would personally pick pumpkin because I could just eat pumpkin pie every meal all day. So I might. Although, are they coming from Lake Geneva Pie Company?
Absolutely. Yep.
I mean, is there any other pie on the planet anyway, other than Lake Geneva Pie Company? I don't think there is.
No, they're pretty good.
Not really. Yeah. And so, but she makes a coconut cream pie that, ooh, I could eat that too.
You want to join us?
I do not. Yes, I do, because I would totally eat a whole pie. But no, I don't. But
we need more power in the women numbers.
Oh, okay. All right.
Got it.
Can we say who the celebrities are yet?
Sure.
Are we waiting?
We could say a few of them.
Okay.
We got Matt Steinbrink,
Of course
Yep.
we do.
Sean Payne.
Of course.
myself, Steve Schrader. All right.
Myself. Most likely Stephanie Klett.
Okay.
And we're pitching to get the mayor on board.
Sweet.
Yes. And then we have a former mayor, Speedo Condos.
Okay.
Coming on out.
So when is the pie eating contest?
So that's going to be on Sunday at noon.
Okay.
Because we got to do it before the Packer game starts, obviously.
Yeah. For
And we're going to do a few different categories. So we have 2 sections for kids, and then adults will have another one with cool prizes, and then the celebrity one is just for fun.
That's awesome. Well, let's start with Saturday.
Yes.
So give us the rundown. Ribbon cutting starts, and then just give us the schedule.
Yeah, it's just going to be bigger and better than ever. We have been growing over the last few years, so we are bringing it back to Flatiron Park, and we have a full lineup of entertainment. We have authentic German dancers giving dance demonstrations. Our local dance company, Broadway School of Dance, will be doing a great opening dance at our
sweet.
opening ceremony.
Yeah.
Yes. We have our traditional accordion player that goes throughout the streets throughout the day, too. We have a artisan vendor fair again. We have 40 vendors selected
nice.
with different food products, experiences, an awesome kids area sponsored by Timber Ridge. And then we close off the night Oh, yeah. And then we added for downtown a illuminated pumpkin stroll on Saturday and Sunday night with different
Cool.
downtown businesses sponsoring. So
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like the ice sculpture walk, essentially.
Yeah.
We made our own bases for all the pumpkins, so they're actually
cool.
going to double for the ice sculptures during Winterfest. But,
I see.
yeah, there's going to be some awesome
hand-carved
Carved.
pumpkins.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an artisan, an artist named Dory who's.
Oh, yes, we know
yes.
Dory.
Yeah, she's
Oh, yes.
famous. So
Yes.
she's carving 25 pumpkins.
Wow.
For in front of businesses, and then she'll be doing a live demonstration of pumpkin carving on Broad Street,
Okay.
Near Jane Boutique.
Yeah.
And then we're also going to be having stuff going on downtown the whole weekend. We have sidewalk sales. We have buskers on the street. So there's going to be live musicians, maybe a couple of little selfie stations. So just a way
Neat.
to enjoy the downtown during autumn.
Other than Wrigley Drive, are we shutting any roads down? It's just all in Flatiron Park, right?
Nope, just Flatiron
Just
Park
Flatiron
and
Park.
Wrigley
Right.
Drive.
Right. Because we always have to shut down Wrigley Drive when we do anything. Because
It used to
we
be
need
in the
road.
street.
Right.
We fought for it to be in the street. It was in Flatiron Park, and then felt that it lost some of the nostalgic of being a street
Right.
party, but we grew it so much. I mean, I think last year there was over 10,000 more people than the year before, and the year before that was we actually increased the size of the street closures. And it's just, we need to think about people,
Safety.
public safety,
Sure.
all that stuff.
Absolutely.
We're having
Absolutely.
a bigger and better beer tent this year, so we're going to alleviate any of the lines that we possibly had last year
Nice.
to get beer. We have, at any given time, there's going to be 10 to 15 people pouring beer.
Awesome.
2 beer trailers, 10 different types of beer I think we're at. 10
Nice.
different tap beers, Spotted
Nice.
Cow, Staghorn, stuff like that. It's going
Still
to
the
be
get a
local
Stein?
brews. Yep,
Stein.
we have Stein, and we have Stein hoisting competition.
Right. Oh, right.
Yeah, the Geneva Lakes Women's Association is going to be sponsoring that
Mm-hmm.
and putting that on for us. It's a good show to watch for sure.
And then, I don't know, nobody ever comes and pays attention, but there might be dog races.
Yeah, I mean, I think that you were probably the sole reason why we had to expand because
No way.
that was so huge.
Oh.
People they were trampling over
They
each
were.
other.
They
to
do.
see
It's
it.
incredible.
So we have
Yeah.
bleachers for that this year.
Sweet.
So yeah,
Awesome.
bigger and better than ever.
Yes, yes. So DOS Fest moved to Kenosha County Fairgrounds, right?
Yes.
And a lot of these dogs are, I'm going to call them crossover dogs. They race both with you guys and with at that festival. And it's amazing what these people are willing to do and how many times they're willing to bring their dogs. They're literally 10-second races. These little short-legged dogs are so cute, but they're so fast. And you blink and the race is over, but they're so committed. I mean, they'll take those dogs anywhere and race them, and they're so cute and they have so much fun, and they kind of make the festival. They really do. And they walk around and
We have over 60 registered.
Nice.
So yeah, it's a big
Nice.
turnout, and they get competitive.
they do.
Yeah.
They do. There are a few that I definitely recognize from doing it because I think I've been doing this now for like 5 years between the two things. And it's incredible, again, that so many people are return racers, we'll call them, right? And so are we doing Doxies and Corgis?
Yep, and we're splitting
Okay.
it up.
Okay.
Yeah, we have the Doxies starting first, and then Corgis later. So 1 p.m. is the Doxies, I believe, and then Corgis is 3 p.m. Don't quote me. You'll have to visit the website to see.
Mm-hmm. They
the
should
full
visit the
activity.
website anyway.
Yes.
I mean, you got to find out everything that's going on.
Yes.
And then Saturday and Sunday are those races,
Both
right?
days,
Right,
yes.
Right. Yay. I love it. I get to do all the fun stuff. Everybody gets mad at me here at the station because they're like, oh, you get to go do Venetian Fest and you get to go do this and you get to go do, yes, I do, because I've been here the longest. So I choose the long straws every single time. And what is the website to find the details?
So it's downtownlakegeneva.org/Oktoberfest.
Okay.
So pretty simple. We have a full schedule of activities where you can stay for the weekend because you should make a long weekend out of it.
You
It's
should.
It's a holiday weekend. Columbus Day is on Monday. Most
Oh,
people
right.
are out of school.
Right.
So yeah, stay in town and just experience all the fall stuff.
Right. What's going on at Magpies that weekend?
We have live music, like normal.
Right, okay.
Other things, I mean, we're decorating, but
Right.
we're currently going to be going through a little construction process, so we're not going to decorate as much as we usually do because I'll have to tear it down in a couple weeks.
He's saving it for Christmas.
Oh, is
Christmas is going to be fun.
he? Oh, yeah? I don't
Yeah.
want to ask can I ask what the construction project is?
We're actually removing all of the pavers on all the patios and pouring it with concrete.
Really? Mm-hmm. Can I ask, just because you like the look better,
Well,
or
the pavers are old and it's just
Okay.
going to make it look better.
Yeah. Okay.
And there's a couple other things that'll remain a secret, but
Okay.
because I like to keep things from you.
I know you do. You like to surprise people.
Well, and
I have
you'll
a
be
couple-
down there.
I'll be.
And you'll be in Oktoberfest. That's what I
she's
was
supposed
kind
to
of...
run Lake City Social Magpies and Fat
Oh, yeah, I
Cats,
was
and then
told.
Steve and I are going to run Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the trade-off, apparently.
We were both kind of like, we don't know if we want to do the pie eating thing because what happens when we get super full and then one of us has to get in a warm kitchen and be like bloated.
Oh.
And so she's like, well, I can do it. I can cook. We're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, you want to do it? So, but
Yeah, she
Fat Cats
probably
will,
can cook, actually.
Fat Cats will also have live music. It's right down the street. But I think Oktoberfest, great. Looks like there's going to be some great weather. We have Modern Day Romeos.
As our headliner on Saturday.
On Saturday
It's gonna be
night.
a lot of fun.
Nice. That's going to be big.
So we have gonna have some fun with that.
Yeah.
We're going to get some TV screens for the Packer game on Sunday. So,
Cool.
yeah, you don't have to
Excellent.
stop.
What time does the game? 3?
3:15,
Is
I
it
think.
3:15 game?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be so
It's
much
gonna be
fun.
fun.
Listen, there isn't a more beautiful place to spend time in the fall than Lake Geneva. It doesn't matter if the leaves are turning yet. Doesn't matter if they're completely turned brown. It just doesn't matter. Lake Geneva and Flatiron Park and Wrigley Drive and just that whole area where we have all of these really cool festivals, there's a reason why we do that. And it's because it's the most beautiful place in town. It just is. It's absolutely gorgeous. And so if you're not planning on coming, you need to plan it. You need to come Saturday and Sunday. You need to listen to the bands. You need to drink the beer. Any special German beers, I have to assume, obviously, right? I mean, it is Oktoberfest. Compete in the Stein hoisting competition. Eat all the food. Shop all the vendors. Just have a great time.
We have one more thing that makes this even more fun being in the park.
Okay.
Is that I won't tap on your.
Don't tap on it.
Is that the whole park will be fenced off, so you'll be able to take your beer and go everywhere.
Cool.
Instead of being, kind of
In a beer
Stuck
tent.
in
in a beer
Right,
tent or an
yeah,
area, so you
yeah.
can go to the food vendors, go have
that's
your
nice.
food, carry your beer, visit the artisans, drink a beer while you watch your kids tumble down the
Because you're
bouncy
right.
houses.
That the last time we had it in the park, that wasn't the case. You had to drink your beer in the beer tent and then go do the other things, right?
Correct.
And that, yes,
Even in
It
the
was,
streets.
it was also a
solution.
ticketed entry back then, and
True.
we're still a free entry
absolutely free.
event.
Right.
It is.
Absolutely
Mm-hmm.
free. What are we forgetting? Music, food, beer,
We got the kids area.
dogs. Oh, the kids area.
Yep, we have a kids lounge
Mm-hmm.
this year that has some activities. We'll be having the pumpkin giveaways again this year.
Cool.
With some activities. We have bouncy houses.
Obstacle course.
Yeah, obstacle course that's
Ooh.
massive. Oh, and this is for families, children, and adults. We have a mechanical bull this year.
No way.
Yes. So and the speeds even change, so kids can be very gently
Right.
entertained.
Thrown
and
off.
then,
I mean,
yeah.
entertained.
We do it at Magpies, and we have the mechanical bull during Fat Tire.
Oh, God.
The kids love it.
I bet.
Because they can make it go really slow and just like have them have fun. Or if you want to be, get whip you right off. If you
Post
want.
office roof. There you go. Yeah, no, it doesn't throw them that far. I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? Depends on the kid.
Yeah, it depends on what you like your kid, right?
Yeah. Let me give it a whirl. Put me at the controls. No, I'm just kidding. I would never do that to a child, maybe an adult. That's awesome. That's new. That's going to be a big draw, too.
Yes.
Lots of things to do. Just lots of things to do. Go to the website, look it up. What time does it start?
Starts at 11 a.m.
On Saturday.
Yep.
And then same thing on Sunday.
Same thing on Sunday.
I mean, it's an all-day event. Just plan to come the whole day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
You're going to eat, drink, and have fun.
Yeah.
Great beer prices too
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
a festival.
So, do proceeds benefit anything?
So they benefit Downtown Lake Geneva.
Right, okay.
We've been using it for public art projects for
Perfect.
the last couple of years, and we're
Perfect.
continuing different programming for that.
So, it's things like this that bring you the murals,
Yes.
the beautification, basically, because that's basically what the bid is. And I know we're going to talk a little bit about how the bid is doing so much more coming up in the future, but this is how we keep the place beautiful.
We do have some other organizations that are helping us out in volunteering, like GLUA and the JCs, to help
Mm-hmm.
us pour beer because you need manpower for that. So we'll be donating to them as well for their
Awesome.
help and assistance.
Sure, of course.
Yeah, we always offer free booths for nonprofits,
Right.
for our vendors. So we really try to partner with other organizations. The Boy Scouts come out and make their famous donuts. We have the Rotary with their brats. So
What about pickles? Fried pickles.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know, Anthony. Are there fried pickles?
I'll bring you your own secret stash of fried pickles.
Can I tell you at Venetian Fest, the only thing I ate was corn in a cup from it's the Lions, right?
Lions, correct.
The Lions Club. and pickles, fried pickles, and a teriyaki stick every single day, at least once a day of Venetian Fest. And most days it was 2 times. Those people keep me alive during Venetian Fest.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I'm a big fan of our potato pancake lady. And
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the brachos that
Brachos.
Magpies does.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I love that you, with that trailer, you can take that thing anywhere, the trailer, and adapt to whatever event you're at. Like you said, the brachos for here, and then, different things. Like you were at the Elkhorn Antique Fair. Or mall, or not mall. What do we call that now?
Flea market?
Elkhorn
Flea market.
Antique- Flea market.
Breakfast burritos we did.
Yeah.
We did a 5-course meal for 50, 60 people out of that.
Yeah.
With scallop, steak, all that fun stuff. We've done that before.
And but what I notice is that you are constantly using that thing to help other people fundraise. And so when usually you see the Magpies trailer, it's because they're there to make money for someone else.
Well, and he feeds our volunteers, which is very
Of course.
important. So,
Of course. Oh, that's very
Yes, you do.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
We're doing a schnitzel smash, like a play on a smash burger, but with a piece of schnitzel.
Oh, I didn't even know that one.
See, I'm
I
telling
just came
you.
up with it yesterday.
Well, that's fair.
Oh, okay.
I see him every day, but not enough, apparently.
Lake Geneva's Oktoberfest next weekend, downtown Lake Geneva. You can't miss it. Most of it happens in Flatiron Park, but honestly, it really takes over the whole downtown area between, like you said, the sales and the music, just everything. And so don't miss this experience. It's bigger and better than ever, and I believe it. And then, of course, come see me doing the dog races, 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock both days or so, and I can't wait. I just love it.
Can't wait to have you there.
I just love it. Well, thank you. I enjoy it. So thanks for having me. Go to downtownlakegeneva.org, find all the details, and yeah, thanks for coming.
Thanks, Nancy.
All righty.
Appreciate it.
We'll be right back with more Life Matters right after this on Lake 96.1.
Life Matters continues on Lake 96.1.
Welcome back to Life Matters. Hey, long time no see. Brian Holt joins us. He's the executive director of the United Way of Walworth County. It's like I just saw you in a park or something somewhere.
It was a wonderful time. We appreciate you being there.
Oh, gosh, no problem. No problem. So tell us what we were doing. Why are you here today?
Well, October 1st marks the launch of our fall campaign.
Yeah.
Fall campaign is an integral part of what makes the United Way what we are. It's the money that we raise on an annual basis to give back to the community through our community impact grants. So the fundraising that happens in our fall mailer here, which is kind of the cornerstone of our fall campaign, raises those funds, and that sets the tone for what we're going to be able to give away next spring.
So the thermometer is set up. What was the park called again?
Oh, I don't know if it has a name. It's if you're in Delavan, the thermometer there is in the Triangle Fountain Park, just east of St. Andrews there.
Right.
But we have 7 locations across the county that you can see thermometers.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Here in Lake Geneva, just go up the street to the bank, Town Bank, and you'll see one there.
Oh,
Yep.
right. Okay. Got it. Well, so what's the goal? Talk to us about how long is the campaign? What's the goal? Just give us all that information.
Sure.
We need it.
The goal is to raise $100,000. So last year we fell just short during a shorter time period. So the goal this year is to smash it, knock it out of the park, and then buy new thermometers next year.
Sweet.
Yep. We're ready to do an upgrade. The campaign ends in mid-December.
Okay.
And I'm breaking news here first. The key this year is that if you contribute to the campaign in any way, you're going to be invited to a donor appreciation party that we're going to do in December. So location to be determined, but kind of just a gathering of everybody who contributed to say thank you from United Way.
Now, we do the Power Partners campaign here on Lake 96.1. You do regular interviews with Eric on Good Morning Wisconsin. You talked last week, I think, about the month of October. Am I correct on that?
Yes.
What did you focus on that interview?
October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and it's a tough one. I was telling, frankly, Eric ahead of time, I said, we've had some real feel-good topics. It's come in. Food insecurity is hard to talk about, but there's a lot of people and a lot of food pantries and a lot of people making stuff happening. Domestic violence is one of those things that it's hard to even sit down and have an honest conversation about sometimes, just because most of the time, if someone doesn't have those resources and I feel this personally, and I know my partner agencies that are helping with these issues feel it. If you're not there at the right moment, at the right time to help somebody, sometimes people just stay in those situations.
Right.
Well, yeah, it's very difficult for the victim to reach out for help for many, many reasons. And domestic violence is tough on everybody. It's tough on the family. It's tough on the extended family. It's tough on law enforcement. It's one of the worst calls we get because it's so hard to deal with.
And probably incredibly dangerous.
They have potential to be incredibly dangerous. But more importantly, it's how do you convince somebody who is a victim of a crime like that to be a victim when they're too afraid to be that victim?
Right.
It's difficult. It's extremely difficult.
What resources do we have in this county for that?
The main thing I would direct people to is APFV.
Yeah.
They just do an incredible job.
Yeah, and they get notified by law enforcement.
Yeah.
They're
to reach out and try and help. The sad thing is the help is there.
Right.
It's just got to be accepted, and that's the hurdle that it's very difficult to get over.
I mean, there's a lot of things that go into that too. I mean, as a woman, there's a horrible mental and emotional abuse that goes on. Let's set aside the physical abuse for one.
Well, I believe the mental is worse.
Yes, because that's never going to stop.
No.
No matter how far away you get from the situation and how long you've been away from the situation, that's never going to stop. And some people don't even realize that they're being abused. I mean, they don't even know. The partner gets frustrated with them, and then it turns physical, and then that's when they realize, oh, well, I've been mentally and emotionally abused for a very long time. What women need to remember, too, you have to stop that cycle because you will have children in that cycle as adults if you don't stop it and be the example. But yet, you have to leave your home. You have to worry about whether or not the problem is going to follow you, whether it's going to stop, whether the guy's going to go to jail, whether or not, there's so many things to worry about. I mean, how many people did you come across that you said, please walk away, and you can't, and they wouldn't, right?
No. Well, part of the abuse is the predominant aggressor, the abuser. They have a way of isolating that person, of getting them away from their family, their friends, there's
a lot of gaslighting going on.
If you have friends that all of a sudden have a new relationship or whatever, and they're not talking to you, there's something going on.
Right.
Probably should reach out to them. But they remove all that support system for their victim, and it's just that much easier to abuse them. And then the victim feels like there is no help available for them, that they have to stay there, and they have to go into that survivor mode. And that is to do and say whatever works to keep
stay alive
the abuser
that day.
From abusing.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
And a lot of times that's lying to law enforcement. That's going up to the county, to the DA's office, and begging for the charges to be dropped. I've had abusers lie on the stand after I get done testifying and say, no, the officer's wrong, that never happened. When it happened right in front of me, it's sad.
Thank God for body cams these days.
Well, I never had that, but it's a sad situation because it continues, and historically it gets worse.
It's never going to get better. Right.
No.
Right. And so luckily we have APFE, and
the county resources are another great issue. Like if you talk to HHS, again, you said the support system is there. What we can do as a community, and I feel like I say this every time I'm here, check on your neighbors, check on your friends. Like the more integrated we are with each other and the more we talk to each other, check in on those people in those new situations. And sometimes what makes all the difference is just knowing that there's one more person that you can call or they can call to help watch the kids when they go to an appointment or transportation or make sure that something is covered or even just a safe place to stay for a couple of hours.
Right.
That can make the difference between somebody having the confidence to make a decision to leave or to stay.
Right.
And get law enforcement involved. We're not the answer. We are a quick fix to a long-term problem.
Right.
But we will go in there. We will stop the abuse. We will make people as safe as we can. But it can be just simply a phone call. You hear your neighbors going at it again, call the police.
Right.
Let them get involved and at least get the ball started. And if it turns out to be something other than what you think it is, they'll handle that and they'll move on. I mean, not every call is domestic violence.
Well,
but way too many of them don't come in.
And potentially prevent the next argument from becoming something worse.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, or at least get that
Right.
door open to escape that bad relationship.
But thank God that we have the United Way.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, this is right because
I'm trying to highlight agencies that are
Exactly.
doing tremendous work.
Exactly.
And it's worth shouting out to our embedded crisis liaisons that are with some of our police departments now in the sheriff's department.
Been a huge
Sometimes those complicated issues, like you said, with somebody coming in uniform, that might not be the right mechanism for somebody to talk to. Having them with our police forces and having the trust of the police with them and them working together, that has remarkably
sure.
changed results in
I'm
some of
sure.
those situations.
Yeah.
they talked about, at one point, the words of the day, or the slogan of the day was, we're going to send counselors out on certain calls, and not, and never, ever, ever is that ever going to be successful unless you are sending them out in tandem, like you just said, because now you're sending somebody who doesn't have the proper experience into a situation that can become dangerous in the blink of an eye, or was already dangerous when you were on your way there and you just don't have all the info. But you're right, that it's that mediator, it's that, okay, not so, I don't want to say aggressive because that's not what I mean, but assertiveness that a police officer has to have in order to handle the situation, but yet a little gentler and builds that trust now with the system, right? And maybe that woman will leave because she knows somebody's got her back, right?
That whole thing just infuriates me. And it started out as a knee-jerk reaction to a bad situation. And the big push was police aren't going to go to these calls anymore. We're going to send counselors out to deal with people going through a mental health crisis.
Right.
And the reality is a counselor who they should be talking to? Absolutely. Once the police make the scene safe.
Right.
Because counselors aren't going out there to deal with somebody that's armed or deal with somebody that's trying to hurt them. That's what law enforcement does. And once they get there and it's safe and it's calm, then bring the counselor in and let them do their job. I'm 100% behind that. But you are not going to replace law enforcement with a counselor.
No, never.
Doesn't happen that
never.
way.
So October is Domestic Abuse Awareness Month. Again, highlighting what's APFE stand for? I can't remember. Association
Prevent Family Violence.
Family Violence, that's it. They're in Elkhorn.
Yes.
Actually, they're like right down the street from me. Yep. And, thank God for what?
We don't want to talk about where
I
they're
don't
at.
need them.
What's it going there?
No violence in my house.
Are you sure?
But it's not
before.
today. So, I mean, they do incredible work too, because again, you're talking about a very scary situation. But if you know somebody or you are in that situation, just call them. Yes, law enforcement has to be involved. They'll help you handle that as well. But again, if it wasn't for people like donors to the United Way of Walworth County, that organization wouldn't exist, because you guys raise funds to benefit all of these different organizations across the county, because it doesn't usually end there. Okay, we're talking about APFE, and that's great. But now this woman maybe has some kids and they have to move. Okay, and now they don't have the money. And so now they need the food pantry. And they possibly need side by side to help them with figuring out how to pay bills and things like that. And they need this organization. So the United Way of Walworth County is an umbrella organization that has all of these people that can help you with different aspects of your life, whether you're in that kind of situation or something else. That's why it is imperative that this campaign raises the money that they have the goal to raise.
Yeah,
it's really simple.
We're
It's
talking
math.
about one issue. Just think about all those issues. The network that you guys have had to put together to help so many people in so many different arenas.
How many partners do you have?
There was over 56 different agencies that received funding from us in the last 2 years between ARPA and RCIC.
Yeah.
And they're all busy.
Oh, yeah. Yep. It's so well put, because you just tried to describe one situation and you couldn't help, even in a description, mentioning all the other services that need to get put together.
Right.
And the key there is that timing is so important, and any one of those gaps can be the fear that stops somebody from making that decision to leave.
Right.
And that's why the hopefully, humbly, we're trying to help with the coordination so that those agencies can work together more efficiently, more seamlessly, to have someone help with those communications, because we're finding it's not enough anymore to hand somebody a business card with a number on it to call for help.
Nope.
It is different to have them in a car or put them in a cab or hand them a hotline on a phone that has somebody already on the other end to talk to them.
Absolutely.
If I had it my way, we would have representatives coming out to go right to the house to meet with the victim. Just like we're doing with the crisis workers that are helping law enforcement out. That would be the best way to do it. Get somebody on board right away that can walk them through everything and hopefully get that help started that night.
You know what that costs?
A lot of money. Oh, yeah.
A lot of money. And that's
guess
the
what?
key. Yep.
United
That's
Way's
why we're
gonna
doing
raise
it.
that money.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. So, are there any events planned during this campaign, or are we're hitting the streets, we're raising the money?
Keep your eye on your mailbox.
Okay.
And if you don't receive a mailer, probably within the next week, if you reach out to my email or you go to the website, you can request that I send you over a brochure.
Okay.
That'll be good. Like I said, the concluding thank you is going to happen. And then just keep an eye on the thermometers. We're going to update them at least once a month when the finances are ready for the meetings. So watch that meter go up and kick a couple of dollars in there and help it go up yourself.
Well, there's a lot of different ways you can donate. You can just send a check. You can do recurring monthly donations. You can talk about some of that.
Sure. I'll shout out the Power Partners.
Yes.
You guys have been wonderful in creating some reoccurring donors now.
Sweet.
So we have some people sign up with $5 a month, $25 a month. That's the type of sustainable giving that is really important for our budgeting stuff and just shows someone's continued commitment.
Right.
So that's been great. If you go to our website, you can scroll down to the donate button just in general. That's our PayPal link there.
Okay.
That's a great way to put money. You can say if you want it to count towards the thermometer, you can put for the fall campaign in there. Otherwise, there's going to be campaign-specific links that will be on the landing page of the website.
Perfect.
And then there's a QR code in the mailer if you open that up, and you can also just scan the thermometer. If you see one around town, you put your camera on it, that'll open up a PayPal link.
I was trying to take pictures the other day, and I kept trying to open the thing. I was like, stop doing that. I'm trying to take a picture. And it was opening up the thing. That's a great idea because that's a very easy way to just get connected. That's what
should
it is.
already have your card info in there.
That's right.
That's right. Just Apple Pay. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. And you're right about the recurring ones because let me tell you something. When you start doing that, okay, be for real. Do you pay any attention to your Netflix withdrawal out of your checking account? I mean, you don't write a check to Netflix to pay your bill. No. It's getting charged to your debit card. Why are you laughing? Because you do. Are you sending a check to Netflix every week? Okay.
Sending a check to Netflix.
Do you get faxes too? We're having our fax. We're having our fax number finally disconnected this week.
No, but
I know.
We lost another one of our carrier pigeons. So
because I'm a grandma.
Horrible.
Well, did you really? Aw. Smoke signal? Are you back to smoke signals?
Yeah.
So
way to go.
But honestly, really, this recurring giving thing. Okay, do you notice that money coming out of really? Again, your Netflix, your whatever. You're not going to notice this. Go on there, set up for $20, $25 a month, and you know what? That adds up. You get enough people doing that, that's a lot of money. And it's very good for your guys' budgeting.
I'll mention something too, a plug. If you're working at a business in Walworth County, a great thing to mention to your HR director or if you have a relationship with management, are they doing a United Way corporate campaign? Because some of our bigger donors during this season are people who do payroll contributions.
Right.
And then those dollars go to a corporate match, and then the corporate match will send that in for the fall.
Great idea.
And sometimes it's doubled.
Campaign.
Like sometimes they'll match it.
Yep.
Dollar for dollar,
Very
and so
cool.
your contribution would be doubled, and so that's awesome. That's not for everybody, but
a lot
them.
of businesses are looking for avenues to get back, and why not United Way?
Right.
Consider bringing us up.
Right, because I mean, really, so this is like one of these marketing terms you're never supposed to say, but there's something for everyone at United Way. There is something that you support that benefits from your fundraising that everybody has had to use at some point in their life. I don't care who you are, and you don't have to admit it, but in your head, I'm just going to say, I may or may not know, when I was very, very young and I was getting out of a relationship, that I know that when the cops come and they say you should press charges and you're young and stupid and you don't, that the problem continues until you do. I found that out. Okay? I had parents, I had friends, I had help, I didn't. But if I wouldn't have, where would I have gone? Honestly, what would I have done, right? So I get that. You have to have these organizations, and you know that there's something that United Way is helping somebody with or supporting or managing, whatever it is, that you can 100% relate to. 100%. So you can you say when you donate, I definitely want it to go towards this? Like, how many choices are there?
Right. So right now it goes to fill that community impact grant pool.
Perfect.
And then we review the organizations when they apply for funds in the spring.
Got it.
Yep.
Okay.
When we reach a certain threshold as an organization, designated funds will become a thing. Right now, the trust mechanism that happens when we do that review, it's one of the main functions of our board.
Sure.
So we have professionals and volunteers and a very great board of directors. There's 20 people now strong. They do the grant review applications this spring. And their job, while difficult because there's so many applications this last year, is easy because we have such a great network of nonprofits in Walworth County. We are in such a great situation that there are established service providers that are doing amazing things for our community. So.
And they're very intuitive on what they need and how much they need. And they're also very respectful that there are other organizations that are reaching out. They all know that they have to share these funds. And so they are very specific, and they are very detailed in when they ask for things, and so you know that your money is going toward whatever the greatest need is for that organization or for all the organizations, because again, they all know that they're sharing these funds. And there are some issues federally right now that from day to day, I think this changes, and so I don't even know if you can talk about it with some of these funds. And I will say it's simply because some of this whole process just has to be completely redone, because there are also cases where there are organizations that deserve far more money than they're getting, but people who shouldn't be getting money are maybe taking too much out of the pool, and some of this is going to have to be reorganized. And so in that meantime, in that interim period, until we filter all that stuff out, some of these organizations are...
Yeah, there's nothing more direct than having $1 and giving it into your community, and then knowing that that's going to a service that's helping your neighbors.
Well, and absolutely.
Something that came to mind when you were talking about the corporate sponsorship or help. You may be helping your own employees and keeping them at work just by doing this. Just by helping out. It the ripple effect of it is just endless.
Right. You go back to the example. A woman, she's being abused. She's got to get out. The guy's not going to leave. And even if he did, he knows where she's at. And so she does have to go. She's got the kids. How am I going to get them to school? He's going to take the car. How am I going to pay the electric bill? I can't afford the rent. Or I can't afford the rent with my job, but I need the deposit. Like, United Way funds all of these people that help with all of those steps. The help is there. And so... this fall campaign is going to make so many differences in so many different people's lives, and all you have to do is go online and donate. Donate once, donate every month, donate every paycheck, depending on what your employer's program is. I mean, there's so many ways to do it, and it's so easy, and there's just no reason not to.
Yep, and it's just so directly meaningful.
Yeah. Actually, most people probably know somebody who has benefited from something that the United Way has supported.
You may not even know it.
You have no idea. And it could be this person sitting next to you. It could be your neighbor. It could be a lot of different people. And so, no matter what, that money is staying in the community and going towards somebody that desperately needs it.
And vetted by an organization that's going to make sure that those efficiencies are there.
Exactly. The right people. It's going to the right people. So what's the website? What are the dates of the campaign again? Just do the basics.
UnitedWayWalworth.org.
Okay.
October 1st through December 17th right now.
All right. All right.
So that's the window. We will not turn away your check if it shows
course
up
not.
after December 17th, but it might not get counted on the thermometer. So.
Oh, no.
Yep. If you want to get in there and you want the invitation to the end of campaign social that we're going to do,
Right.
the donor appreciation, donate early.
It's nice that you throw a party for everybody. That's very cool.
Good. Well,
That's very cool.
I'm hoping, and it's just it's fun, and it's right before Christmas, and
Yeah.
it's got that uplifting spirit. Why not walk into a room of people that all cared enough about the community to contribute?
Absolutely.
I'm excited.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, great
And thank
idea.
you for doing your job. I knew
So
when you
well.
took this job that you were going to be so great at it, and you have outperformed every expectation, and we are very happy to have you there. So thank you, too.
Thank you for the
yeah,
kind words.
they send your contract. We're talking commitments last time you were in here.
They,
We up to 10 years now?
They
Oh,
did.
okay.
I'm at a year and a half. So
Okay.
I'm here a year and a quarter now. I'm 3 months into it. But
All right.
I really like it here, and we're doing great stuff. And next time I'll come back and we'll talk about maybe some of the stuff we're going to do advocacy-wise at
Okay.
a statewide, federal level.
Oh,
So
good.
Cool.
We're going.
Awesome.
We're going places.
Good.
And we're in the midst of hiring an employee. So
Good for you.
applications just finished, but I got over 75 applications that I'm reviewing.
Nice.
That's awesome.
I got some calls to make tomorrow. That's my main work day. So
Great.
we're growing as an organization too.
Awesome.
It's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
Brian Holt, the
That's
executive director of Walworth County's United Way organization, the United Way of Walworth County. Go to the website, donate. You don't want to miss this.
No. Get
Absolutely
involved.
not. Thanks, Brian, for joining us this
Thank
morning.
you guys. Appreciate it.
We'll be back with more Life Matters right after this on Lake 96.1. Did you miss part of the show? You can find Life Matters with Tom and Nancy in its entirety. Just search Life Matters on Spotify, YouTube, or go to lake961.com.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
Stop it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop right there.
Stop! Stop it!
Just stop talking.
That's a lot of information.
It is. It really is.
It's okay. That's the way the show's going to be from now on because we're going longer.
Well, we got the time.
Every
We
week.
might as well.
Right. Like, congratulations. I know you're
Thank
feeling
you.
the success. I know.
Thank you for giving me the credit for that. Even though I had nothing to do with it, I'm taking it.
So now we come upon the time of the show when we say
Ew.
things like, just stop.
Just stop.
God.
Yeah.
Right? The printed material that floats about town that I refuse to name.
Must be cleaning the birdcage today.
Yeah. I just have to point something out. I believe that we've pointed it out already in the show, and we will be pointing it out here in just a few minutes with Alex. But in fact, Oktoberfest is not going to be mostly held on Broad and Geneva Street as this printed publication has indicated this week. And what really gets me about this is that this person goes to their meetings and still misrepresented the event on the front page of his publication.
We should change that to the rag of almost truths.
I can't really get anybody to change the name of their stuff. But
Just a thought.
yeah, so I'm just double checking to see what other mistakes there are here. Usually there's a lot. Oh, I know what we're going to talk about here real quick, and it is mentioned here, but I'm not talking about it because it's mentioned here. Did you see Secretary Pete Hegseth, last week talking to our military?
No, I heard that it was quite the speech, but I did not catch it.
So I just want to put it out there that sometimes common sense reigns, okay? And when you have a military that is supposed to be in tip-top shape and the number one military in this country, it's okay to have standards and boundaries and limits and requirements and expectations. That is perfectly fine. And if you can't meet those expectations, then you can't have that job. Okay?
Yeah.
So just like any other job, okay, so for instance, if you can't count money, you can't work at the bank.
Makes sense.
Okay? If you can't figure out the process of distribution of audio at a radio station, you cannot work at a radio station.
That also makes sense.
If you cannot type You cannot be a secretary / typist.
True. Yeah.
Right? If you can't ride a motorcycle, you can't ride a motorcycle.
Pretty much.
So if you can't fulfill the requirements of the United States military, no matter what branch you're in,
they don't need
you can't be in the military.
Right.
And you know what? So, there's been several comments about, this administration just doesn't want women in combat or whatever. Okay, well, quite frankly, nobody wants anybody in combat. Men, women, children, animals, cows, whatever. Nobody wants to be in combat.
The first person that doesn't want to go to war is the American soldier.
Right.
Because they're putting it on the line for everybody else that's crying about it.
Right. So, but I saw a comment the other day, and this woman, and she's like, my daughter enlisted, and she went on, and she won this award, and she would help, she saved these people, and she did this, and she did that. Okay. And she said, so you don't want women in war? That's stupid. Nobody said that. That's not what they said. So your daughter clearly belonged there.
Yeah, she did a good job.
Right.
Did her job.
Would you have wanted her partnered up or teamed up with people who couldn't help protect her and who couldn't work with her and couldn't meet the standards of the United States military so that they can all be protected and take care of each other? Because they don't work individually. I mean, maybe a sniper here and there, but they don't even work individually because they got to have spotters. There's got to be other people around them.
Right.
And so, I mean, this is not rocket science, people. If you can't do the job and you're the weakest link on the team, you or someone else is going to get hurt. And all they're trying to do is raise the standards so that everybody across the board is capable of doing the job that they are sent to do.
Correct.
I don't understand why this is so complicated.
Doesn't matter if you're male or female.
They don't care.
And they have as much problem with male officers as they do.
Absolutely.
Let me rephrase that. Male soldiers as they do with female soldiers.
That is one point that is not being brought up.
No. Why would they? It doesn't.
This has
meet their
nothing to do
agenda.
with women. Quite frankly, women, their thinking, I feel like, is a little more strategic.
I don't.
And I believe that they can possibly overcome a physical challenge faster than a man. I'm not talking about the physical part. I'm talking about figuring out how to get there from here. Right? Okay, they're saying,
Are you
I
talking
be,
about they're better at navigating?
Well, we're not talking about driving. I saw that look on your face. I'm talking about, I want to go into the military. I want to be there. This is what the requirements are. I'm 10 pounds overweight. I immediately do a strategy on how to get rid of that 10 pounds. I feel like women get there from here. Maybe it's just in a different fashion.
No, I'm not.
But you see what I mean?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. My dilemma is this.
More driven.
Right. My dilemma is this. I served with women and men in the MP Corps. I served with women that were very motivated and very good at their job. I served with women that weren't, and that I didn't want around me.
Exactly.
But I had the same issues with guys. I don't think it's a sex-driven answer. I think it's individually. There are a lot of ladies in the military that just absolutely impress the hell out of me with what they can do and the drive they have and their motivation. And same thing with the guys. My personal opinion, the biggest problem I saw when I was in was not the female soldier. It was the male soldier trying to protect the female soldier and trying to, not doing his job because he's trying to help her do her job.
Right.
And a lot of times she didn't need his help, but guys are raised to support women, to treat them right.
But women are raised, and that's kind of where I'm going. Women are raised to get tough, meet the guy at the same standards. That's what I'm saying is that I am willing to bet that you have fewer problems of that type with women because they will get there from here for whatever reason.
I agree and disagree.
Okay.
The women that are hard chargers that are dedicated, absolutely, without question, I agree with you. But there's women in the military that use every excuse in the book to get over on their job. But
kick them out.
Guys do the same thing.
Kick them out. Kick them all out.
I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree.
I mean, I
with
feel the
that
same
at
way
all.
about police officers.
Oh, absolutely. Every line of
woman
work.
police officer that I know, they are phenomenal.
So here's a difference between the military and law enforcement, at least Wisconsin. The females in law enforcement in Wisconsin are held to the exact same standards as the guys.
Yeah.
Their physical fitness requirements, their testing requirements, their firearm requirements, everything is the same. Nobody's treated differently. If it has changed, I do not know about it, so my statement may not be true, but it is true to my knowledge. And that is there a different set of standards for females in the military as far as physical fitness and stuff like
Well,
that.
no,
And
that's what he said. They're changing it.
Okay, so it hasn't
No.
changed yet.
That as of that speech, that's what they were doing.
Okay.
That was the speech to announce you will meet the same standards. You'll do the same pull-ups. You'll do the same push-ups.
Right.
You'll do the same physical. You'll do the same intellectual. You'll do the same, all of it. If you, this is the standard. It doesn't matter who you are.
I don't disagree with that.
No.
And I don't think we should have exceptions to those standards. People going into law enforcement, we have entrance standards. They have to pass an entrance physical fitness test, and an exit physical fitness test. They all need to be the same.
Right.
And I say, if you can't meet the standards, you're done. It's the way it should be.
The challenge
if you're
is-
relying on that officer to run down that dude that just raped your daughter or, hurt your neighbor or whatever, robbed your house, and they're not to the standards, why are they doing the job? And the military is absolutely in line with that.
There's no reason why women can't meet the same standards. And it's not like the criminals are going to pick.
Oh, no.
Right? So, they
have no rules.
They don't get to pick who chases them. Right? Oh,
No,
well, I'm going
no.
to commit this crime. There's a woman cop over there. I'm going to commit this
Right.
crime because she can't catch me. Ha ha. No, I don't think so. I bet
Right.
she can. I bet they all can. So it's just, I don't understand why it wasn't that way in the beginning, because it just seems such an unsafe thing when women.
It is.
Everybody's going to rise to the challenge. It's just like I say about kids, right? Kids don't know that they can't do something until some adult tells them that they can't do
Right.
it. You can teach a first grader algebra. It's not the kid that doesn't think he can't do it. It's the adult. Oh, it's too hard for you. You're only in first grade. No.
Or you don't have the skills to teach it.
Right. But the kid could learn it.
Sure.
It's just big people that tell little people that they can't do something.
Right.
And it's not true. They can do whatever they want. So it's the same thing here. You're not going to, there's no reason why women cannot meet these same standards. It doesn't matter. Again, you either can run the mile in the amount of time that they tell you to meet these standards, or you can't.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
But-
and 100%, if you can't meet the standards, you need to go.
Right.
I am tired of standards being dropped because you can't find people to meet the standards.
Guess what?
Find
The women
people
are
to
too.
meet the standards.
Right. The women are too. The women
Good.
are done.
Everybody should be tired of it.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know. Yeah. What else did you miss last week? Let's see.
Last week was a weird week for me. I was at the academy all week long. I had a busy weekend with other things, but I never really got a break. So I was up at 4:30, 5 o'clock, teach all day, came home, tried to get something done around the house, ate dinner, and I was in bed by probably 9 every night and slept all night long, woke up the next day, rinse, repeat. So I didn't, I'm really out of touch with a lot of stuff this week.
You had a long week. Oh, I know what I was going for, where I was going. The government shutdown.
Yeah, okay.
What people need to remember about that shutdown is that it was Biden's budget, an extension of Biden's budget that they unanimously voted for last time. It's exact word for word. But then the Democrats came and they wanted to add $1.5 trillion or so dollars of spending.
$1.5 trillion or so.
Or so.
So just kind of a blank check.
Ish, right. In spending to this, and the reason why they were holding it hostage is because they were afraid that the Republicans wouldn't feel like negotiating with them. And part of the reason why is because it's true. Mm-hmm. Because they wanted to put back in the Affordable Care Act the opportunity for illegal immigrants to get free health care.
Which never should have happened in the first place.
And I mean, I know a lot of people that need a lot of help, and free health care would do them a world of good, or even half-priced health care or whatever.
Right.
But, see, there's not an unlimited supply of help, okay? It's just like Brian was saying, right? You have a pot of money, and you have to figure out where it's going to go. And when you're taking all of this pot of money and you're giving, 50% of it away to people who did not contribute to the pot of money, you have less to give to the people who actually contributed, who you need to be helping.
Right.
And they want to put those people back on the list, and they never contributed.
Make them a priority.
Right. They want the taxpayers to pay for surgery for people who want to change genders.
No, I don't want to pay for that.
That is not, nobody should be paying for that.
No.
And here's where I'm going with it. Because it shouldn't be that easy to do. There should be a lengthy, strenuous process to make sure that that is the healthiest decision that that person can make for themselves. Maybe it is. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I think it's funny when people say that an 8 or a 9-year-old isn't old enough to make a decision for themselves, like what boots they're wearing today or what they're going to have for dinner or whatever. But you think that they're mature enough to make a decision on whether or not they're a boy or girl. And we all know that they're not mature enough.
Right.
Okay. And so then you want to turn around and you want more access to funds to perpetuate this idea that you can make that change, especially if you're a young person. I don't think anything like that should be done until you're 18, probably more older than that. Probably,
is it not cosmetic surgery?
Correct.
So if you want to have a facelift or you want to have your chest changed,
if I want bigger boobs, nobody's paying for that for me.
Well, then what's the difference? Why should I be paying for that for you?
That is true.
Or
that
for
is a very
somebody
good point.
else? I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah. So they want to add all this spending back in of all these things that were, very clearly not, continuing. We are not continuing to pay. Right. We are not continuing to pay for these things. And so they're holding the government hostage over these things. Okay, well, that sounds all fine and dandy, except that the person you got in the White House is like, I can go as long as you can. So, you would have posed this to somebody like Biden and he would have flipped out. Oh my God, we got to sign everything. We got to sign everything away. We got to cave.
They're acting like a little child holding their breath.
Well,
but they're doing it with our money.
It's so
That's
desperate.
a problem.
Well, but here's the other thing. The people who actually really, really, really like disabled people and people on Social Security and things like that, they still get their money. Mm-hmm. Like they act like this is just this dramatic shutdown. For those people who work for the government, for the military and all that, it's hugely dramatic because their pay is interrupted.
Right.
But
the programs are still getting paid.
Right. And so...
But they advertise it as the Republicans' fault, but they're the ones doing it.
Yeah, the Republicans are like, hey, we didn't change anything. Can you just re-sign this and then we'll move on and we'll negotiate the rest of it from there? And they're like, no, we need to add $1.5 trillion of stupid spending that you took out because that's what the voters wanted. And we're going to hold the government hostage because we want to, buy finger paint for 6-year-olds and that's it. And if we can't do that, then we're not going to play your game. And so the Republicans are like, okay, get back to us when you change your mind. Bye-bye.
And I go back to if they're not at work, they need to be fired.
Right. They certainly don't need to be paid.
If I were a king, that's what would happen.
Oh. If you were a king.
I'm tired of all these hard-working Americans having to go to work every day to earn that living that they're enjoying or struggling through wherever they're at. But these people that are living off of our money, doing whatever they feel like with it, don't care what you think, they can just not go to work. I have a problem with that.
I just don't like you act like this is, the government's shut down, which means the airplanes start falling out of the sky and all that kind of crap. None of that happens. At this point, they've cried wolf so many times and done this so many times that nobody cares anymore.
Right. They're getting tired of it.
Yeah.
we're getting tired of
Right.
it. And I could be wrong. If my memory serves me correct, when I was in the military, there was a shutdown for a few weeks, and I'm trying to locate it, but I don't remember it really affecting my pay at all.
Yeah.
I think they had us taken care of. I know there was a pay issue, and I think that's what it was. But
And I mean,
regardless,
that may very well have changed how they do that and all of
Yeah.
that. But if I
well,
don't
it started out getting paid cash.
in the military.
Yeah, I had to report during basic training. We had to report to a pay officer. Walk up, Private Giovanni is here for his pay, salute him, all that stuff, and we get paid in cash.
Really?
Yep, and then we had to go and get traveler's checks. I think it was traveler's checks. We had to go get whatever, and they would get sent home, or you put them into a bank account.
Oh, because you were overseas.
No, I was in Fort McClellan, Alabama.
Huh?
Yeah. Yep,
That's
and I
so
would
funny.
send.
Oh, so you got an
It
allowance.
had to have been cashier's checks. No, we got our full pay. We got our full
But
earned
then you
pay.
were required to send some back.
Yeah, they would only allow us to keep like $20.
Yeah, that's an allowance.
Well,
You got an allowance. And then they sent your money to your wife or bank account or whatever.
yeah, they went to Barb. No, well, I guess you could look at it as an
Yeah, it
allowance.
was an allowance.
We received our full pay, and then we had to send it somewhere. We couldn't keep the cash there.
Good.
Yeah, they were trying to teach us responsibility.
Right. Keep
For
you
some
from
people,
rolling
they had
each
a real
other.
hard problem with it. Yeah, that was the bigger thing. But when I got to Fort Hood, and that was December '82, it was by check. We would get a check.
So they upgraded their system.
Well, I don't know if it was a basic training thing as far as part of the training, or if I was just in when that changed. I'm not sure.
You were just working for cash under the table.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I'm guessing that they knew more about you
I
than
earned
you
it.
did.
Those
Yeah,
18
for
weeks,
sure.
I earned it.
Well, for sure. In our military, and none of these people that don't get pay until the government reopens should ever be, they're not the ones that should be sacrificing.
No,
But
they shouldn't. And
we also shouldn't be doing stupid things like disagreeing over, you just signed the same piece of paper a year ago. Like, why would you not, how can you not see that this is just completely a provocation?
well, how disrespectful is it and self-centered and selfish and all that? How many soldiers do you think we have in the military? Army, Marine Corps, Air Force, Navy,
Coast
Guard, Space Force. I mean, we got a bunch of stuff out there, right? But how many of those guys have bills to pay? How many of them have loans? How many of them have rent?
How many of
and
them have
utilities?
wives, children?
Kids, yes. And they're potentially not getting paid because those crybabies are throwing a temper tantrum.
Right.
This is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, and they shouldn't get paid. And there should be term limits.
Yeah, and they should be fired.
Right.
This it needs to stop.
Yeah. It
Time to
does. It really,
grow up.
it really does. I mean, this is not a negotiating tool.
No.
This is a temper tantrum.
Exactly.
And
Act like an adult.
right, knock it off. But what do we know?
I have a 13-year-old grandson that's got more maturity than half of the Democratic Party.
Can I just remind you that a college education is just education. It's not intelligence.
It does not make you smart.
Doesn't make you smart.
Nope.
Makes you educated.
Yep.
Anyway.
And a lot of times you don't know what you're talking about.
Absolutely. One other note, by the way, really, really good thing happened in court last week.
Yeah.
Actually, it was not this past week.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So the man that killed the couple at the Sports Page bar
Right.
was sentenced to life.
Two life term sentences.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So very good.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Evers never should have let him out.
Right.
He was the poster boy for Gateway because he made such a positive change in his life. More Democratic crap.
Yep. Got let out. So
let him go early and gave him everything.
yeah.
And look what he did.
Yeah.
Killed two purely innocent people, actually three because she was pregnant,
Yeah.
because he couldn't get his $150. He'd
Yeah.
won $150 on that gambling machine.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Stupid, senseless.
No respect for life. No
Right.
respect for yourself.
But hey, see you later, dude.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we got to pay for him till he dies.
Well, I know, and that's a whole nother show. Anyway, hey,
It is.
we can't go there. Alex is back.
Yes.
Coming up in the next segment. So you and I are finished. Alex
Yes.
is going to come in and take your chair.
Well, okay.
Okay, she can sit over
I'll give
there,
up
but
I'll give
whatever.
up my chair. But you know what? We could slide in after she leaves.
No.
No?
She's
Okay.
going to take up all your time, the rest of
All
your
right.
time.
Well, I've got more time than I ever had before. So
Oh, good. Yeah.
I'm good with this.
All right.
This is kind of fun for me.
I know. You're loving it.
I am.
You're absolutely loving it. Thanks for listening to Life Matters.
We'll talk to you later.
We'll talk to you next week.
Life Matters continues on Lake 96.1.
Are you ready for this?
I think so.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Binanti. She is the executive director of the Lake Geneva bid. Kind of still is the Lake Geneva bid, but also it's also called Downtown Lake Geneva, and you're going to explain a lot of that to us. So this is going to be a regular weekly segment at the end of Life Matters, and Alex is going to talk to us every week about a lot of different things, actually. We're going to talk first about basically the history of the bid and Downtown Lake Geneva, and talk about the changes and things like that you've implemented, and a little bit of your history and stuff too here in this first episode. And then as we move forward in the next episodes, we will talk about different projects, different businesses that are here in Lake Geneva. And then also there are some new things that you have accomplished for Downtown Lake Geneva that's going to make it so that the organization can expand to add to the repertoire of what the services that the bid and Downtown Lake Geneva bring to the community. Is that fair to say, kind of?
Yeah, we're very grassroots here.
Exactly. Let's just start off with the bid. Give us a little bit of history. One of the things that you're going to talk about, beautification. That's one of the historical things that the bid has been responsible for. Just talk to us about the history and, just give people a good idea of what the bid does.
Sure. So BID stands for a Business Improvement District.
Mm-hmm.
And in Lake Geneva, our bid was established in 1991. And it was one of the earlier bids, actually, in Wisconsin. So bids are allowed by a state statute.
Mm-hmm.
And that was happening in the 80s. And I can't remember. I think it was like 84 was when it was established, or maybe 87. So we were one of the earlier ones. And yeah, the whole direction with that is for the businesses that are in our downtown, they had a self-appointed tax. So these funds are not tax dollars from local residents.
Right.
It doesn't come from different properties in that residential area. It comes directly from the businesses that decided to sign up into the bid back in 1991. So it's a very distinct geographic boundary right now. And they pay a special assessment that goes into what's called the Business Improvement District Board. That's assigned, the board members are assigned through the mayor. But the city really has a hands-off approach to that. They're just the pass-through, and the bid is the one that manages the finances. And part of that goal is to make downtown beautiful. So
what are the boundaries right now?
So right now, it starts at basically where the bottle shop is on Main Street, and goes up until the library.
Okay.
And then you go down like Wrigley Drive, so Bella Vista and Oakfire, all of that's included. But then it goes up north up until Topsy Turvy Brewery.
Oh, cool.
So it's about a 3.5 block radius.
Right. So if you have a business in that radius, you are allowed to be a member of the bid.
So it's automatic now. So yes. So
awesome.
when this was established in 1991, so that's just a permanent tax structure.
Okay.
So that doesn't change. So any business in that corridor is a part of the bid.
I guess I didn't think about that. But yeah, it's on automatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense if it's not. Right. And so is there plans to expand that?
Absolutely. So one of the tasks that I was given when I started about 3 years ago was looking at different ways to connect the city because there is a lot more of downtown even outside of that. And actually, interestingly enough, there was a misnomer that bids have to be a continuous boundary, which is true. but they assumed that a nonprofit building or a church would stop that boundary because they don't get taxed. But that isn't the case with that, because if that was, my former bid that I was at probably would have about 20 bids because there's a church on every block.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. Right.
Right. But it because, again, this was one of the first bids. So, they were going with old rules, old policies. And so being able to take a look at that, we're like, we can move farther.
Right.
We have so many great businesses, north of there that we really want to be able to promote and enhance the area.
Have you decided maybe what the boundaries will extend to, or?
Yes. So we have proposed moving it up basically until Town Bank on Broad.
Okay.
And then going up Wells Street up until the YMCA.
Okay.
So, yeah, it would encompass probably about 30 more businesses.
Is there a thought process of possibly having or is there an associate membership?
So as the bid,
you could choose to be a member if you
sure.
wanted
So
to?
it has been discussed before. As a bid, that's kind of hard to do, but that's where that other organization comes into play,
Okay.
the nonprofit.
Okay.
Having some partnerships.
Right.
When I started as just the bid, we did have sponsorships through events that could allow for people outside of
Sure,
that boundary.
that makes sense.
But now moving forward, we're looking at different marketing potential. We've grown so much
Mm-hmm.
as an organization that we have that visibility, we have that footprint that we can really promote outside of there.
Right. So what do you do besides the pretty flower baskets and all those kinds of things, and obviously Oktoberfest and other events that you guys put on? What else do you guys do for the community? What's the benefit of being a member of the bid?
So that's a really good question. I have still not perfected the elevator speech of all I do. So I do a little of everything.
But that's because you're always changing it too. You're always adding stuff.
Oh,
so
yeah.
your elevator speech is never gonna stop.
Absolutely. We kind of break it down into 4 buckets. So the design side of things is beautification. So it's all the seasonal decor, all the flowers. We look at placemaking projects. So our mural installation was really important for us. And that's actually how I got hired in the first place.
Really?
I love art. Public art's amazing. And we really found the community that way.
Yeah.
And I promised I would bring them murals if they hired me. So that's what
And
happened.
you did.
I did.
You absolutely did.
Yes.
And then, so the rest of the buckets, sorry.
Yeah,
I
no
interrupted
worries.
you.
So we have that design component.
Right.
Then we have what's called the organization side, which is building up that advocacy and leadership in the community. It gives a voice and opinion of the businesses. I do a lot of survey work that
Sure.
I get geeked out on surveys,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure that Tom from CR Good Finds is enough already, but.
We need it.
Yeah, no, they have great input.
Right.
Businesses have so many different ideas, and I'm kind of the vessel of let's hear it. Let's be able to represent that out to the public and get that out there.
Let's talk a little bit about your history, you yourself, because you said at the other bid you were at, I know you've been involved and worked for other organizations. So how did you get here? How did you land in Lake Geneva?
So strangely, I grew up in small business. My family had a restaurant for nearly 30 years out in Kenosha County, but it was that midway point between Kenosha and Lake Geneva. So we kind of got a lot
I may
of
or may
that.
not be very familiar with this restaurant.
We were neighbors at
We were
one
neighbors.
point.
We were neighbors. Yes.
Yes.
We were.
So grew up in the restaurant industry, and there's that old saying, it's kind of who you know.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that. There has been instances where I grew up in it. There's customers that were remembering me in a Barbie nightgown running down the stairs asking my mom to kiss me goodnight. And one of those people is Peter Barca.
Yeah.
And he used to dine there all the time.
Makes sense.
Yes.
Yep.
And so
one of those people is me.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Well, and I had sleepovers with
Dine there. Yes, my kids and stuff. Yeah. I mean, it was. Can your dad still make I don't even remember what it was called, but it was just butter and garlic and olive oil and the really super thin angel hair spaghetti with the vegetables.
Yeah, pasta primavera.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I remember your daughter Katie used to have to bring that home from work all
every
the time.
day.
Yes.
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 Okay. All right.
Yeah. No.
Carry on.
Yes. He still cooks it.
Okay.
But
I'm coming over.
right. So yeah, I grew up in it, and as I went to college, I got into political science and journalism. I originally wanted to jump out of airplanes and be an Iraqi war correspondent. So my mom likes to joke it was to get away from her, and probably true at the time. But
It's all right. My kids do the same thing.
Yeah, but life happened.
Right.
I love my home roots, and I got involved in political campaigns and started interning with a state representative. And then that just lended me into that community engagement. I started, because of the restaurant and because of my political background, I started at the Village of Salem Lakes when they consolidated as their communication specialist. Then Kenosha nabbed me up to work on a couple different projects, and I became their Main Street director. And then, interestingly, one of my board members in Kenosha is the vice president of Visit Lake Geneva, Deanna Goodwin. And there came a period of time post-COVID world, and there was riots in Kenosha, and my organization had a big part of handling a lot of the things there in recovery efforts. Deanna, tapped me on the shoulder and said, we would love you in Lake Geneva.
Right.
And, she brought me out here, and the rest has been history.
Right. And so, and then you went from Visit to the bid.
Yes. Yeah. I started at Visit, and then again, because I have a passion for small business, Deanna was bringing me along for these bid meetings because we knew what it was like. And they were talking about this idea about murals. They were throwing it around. I mean, it's been thrown around here for decades.
Right.
But they didn't even have a city ordinance for it.
Right.
And so I had implemented some mural programs in other communities, and had a really great connection with artists. And so, I pitched it. I just said, hey, if you hire me, I'll make sure it happens. And they had a shoestring budget to start. They started with, I think, about $15,000, maybe $20,000. And I had to give them a presentation saying, no, it's going to cost $200,000. And this is how we're going to get it. And so we launched it with a major event in town last year, got our first 5 murals up. And then this year we'll be up to 8 murals.
Nice.
So,
they're beautiful too.
Thank you.
They are absolutely beautiful. Who chooses?
We have a mural committee.
Okay.
So, there's a committee of 4 or 5. There's 5 of us. And they're local invested property owners, specialized in art.
Sure.
One of my peers out of Kenosha, he's an artist and really helped us learn technique and what paint, will fade faster than others. And there's a lot to it, when you're looking at a
it's
mural.
not just throwing up watercolors on the wall.
No,
I mean, it's got to stay.
It's not fine art either, necessarily. That detail, you don't want that kind of fine art detail that you see on a canvas.
No.
You need broad strokes so that you can have the visual and distances. And so we took a lot of time to learn it. And then, we set out a open call to artists that had international attention. And we had to duke it out between like 60 applications for our top 10 to whittle down. So, and we did it. It took a while, and there was a lot of pastries from Simple Cafe. So.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's awesome. So earlier in the show, let's just do this really quick before we go. Earlier in the show, we talked about Oktoberfest.
Yes.
That is coming up next week, and we just want to remind everybody, it's going to be so much fun. You just come to downtown Lake Geneva anytime after 11 a.m. Actually, that's not even true. Come have breakfast.
Yes.
Then head over to Flatiron Park. The shop, when the shop's open, there's going to be sales. There's all kinds of things going on the streets, plus all the entertainment within the Oktoberfest area. Absolutely free, except for, it's free admission. It's
free
not
admission.
Free beer.
Yeah, we can't give away beer. I'm sorry.
I know.
You think that would be a Wisconsin thing, but
you would
it's not.
think that. You would have beer and cheese curds. It's all free. No, it's not. But free admission. There's absolutely no admission. Tons of things for the kids to do. Tons of shows. The dog races, the Stein hoisting. You can compete. You can do all kinds of stuff. And this is a project that is spearheaded and ran by the bid, downtown Lake Geneva. And we thank you for that, too, because it has gotten bigger and better every year.
Thank you so much. We're happy to host.
And I know that's because of you guys and your team, because I know that you start planning this thing like 5 minutes after this one is over.
Absolutely.
And so, if not during the one that we're getting ready to have.
Yeah, we literally will have drone footage of what
Yeah.
we can look at right after and say what went right and what
Right,
went wrong.
right.
So
So-
we're addicted to the events.
To the planning. Yeah, that's awesome. Alex, thank you so much for joining us. And Alex will be back next week right here on Life Matters. Make sure you stay tuned. In the meantime, coming up, more music right here on Lake 96.1.